Hello everybody and welcome to the challenge by Rusty Money Gaming 0 to Hero right here on Maizy Lou Farms. I have just right now as we speak finish up the I did some change to this farm here, and as you can see in the top right corner my money is all the way up to 618,000. The reason for that is this will not be my main farm. This will just be a farm, my sheep farm. So I've sold all my buildings. I've placed in this shed over here, and I replaced the diesel tank right there. And I have also sold my house. I don't know if this will be part of the thumbnail, but right here I have my little cabin. Right here. This is my little cabin. I got a little chair here, and then I got a barbecue. I can sit here and watch the water, my fields, and that will be nice. You know, the house inside. So yeah, a little forest cabin here. That is really good. Right here I have some trees, so I have put in Gaming Joy sawmill so we can take the trees down and earn a little bit of cash on them. And then right here where the house was, we gonna plow all this up to one big grass field as well, and then we're gonna seed. We're not gonna plow it up to a grass field, but we're gonna plow it up to a field, and we're gonna see grass in it. That means that I need something to cut the trees down with, and I also need something to drag the trees. Yeah. So I'm gonna head up to the shop and I'm gonna buy myself that. And I will see you back at the farm. Okay, back at the farm. Let's see if I can push the pallet here just a little bit. I have taken down the trees, so that is good. Yeah, I can do that. That is pretty good because we have got the sawmill right there. Yeah, I think we're good there. Now, I am not the best with this bad boy here, so that shall be fun. That shall be fun. I think I've placed this the right way, so we got the unload trigger right here. Yeah. Now, here we got this, and then I should be able to... No. Here I got the winch. What do? I press B for me and you. No. Attach tree to winch. Am I too far away? Just a second. Okay, I have now tried with both of these. I have bought them both. I cannot get it to work. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And now I don't know how to get them over to my sawmill. I can try to shift my tractor, of course. I could do that. Okay, I managed to do it. I think I have a little conflict with my key binding, so now I have it attached to my joystick, so now I can do it. That is pretty good. I don't want to use super strength on this, you know, because console players cannot do that, and it is Rusty Money Gaming who did this. And I think we should be able to... I cannot remember this entirely. Oh, it starts getting dark. That is not good. I don't know why I'm running so fast. I cannot. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, there we got the tree. Amazing. That was nice. What a relief. What a relief. I think I'm gonna go with all the trees in the sawmill, and then we gonna take a nap in our cabin so we can start on a fresh tomorrow morning. Maybe also get a tractor on a, you know, on a contract. And then I have to press my joystick. No, now it will not work. Where's that? Is the tree too big? Maybe. No? Oh well, guys. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try some other trees. I'm gonna look into some key bindings, what is wrong here, and then I will come back to you guys when the trees are in the sawmill. So that was a bit of a hassle, but I went out of the game and I come in again, and then everything seems more or less normal again. So now things works as it should. That is really good. I have put all the trees into the production so we can start to produce things. Right here we can see the manage points. Is it here? Yeah, it is. I don't know what this is all about. Okay, so we're gonna go into this instead. There we go. We got 77,000 liters of wood. What is the best price? Is it planks, long planks, or wood beam? There. Okay, we're gonna say wood beams. Wood beam. There we go. We're gonna wood beam. We're gonna spawn. There we go, and activate. Just like that. Then I'm gonna drive down to my little cabin. Tomorrow we got some wood beams to sell. I'm gonna buy myself a little skid steer and a trailer. But we're gonna start the day out in September with some plowing job. Here we go. Just like that. Turn off the engine. Nice. What looks cozy here at my little cabin. And then we can go into the house. Amazing. I'm gonna grab a little bit of eat, and then I will see you tomorrow morning. Good morning. That was a good night's sleep in here. That's for sure. That's for sure. Let's go into this. Start it up and see what the day will bring. What will the day bring? You never know. Today we're gonna buy ourselves a little trailer and a skid steer. And we're gonna give the sheep some hay. And we got beams to sell. That is amazing. But first of all, we're gonna take the little cat here, caterpillar, and then we're gonna plow up some fields. I'm gonna put on some music behind that, and then I will see you when we are done with that. I think we only gonna plow up the field in that cinematic, the field here, and also the other field behind us, because we need to buy ourselves a seeder. On my way down to the shop, the plowing job is done. We have taken a cultivating wrong a plowing contract on field number 9 for 29,000. I gotta work on that. And I have bought myself a lot of new gear, so much as I can hardly remember what I have bought. But we're gonna see that now up here at the shop. I took one of those tree thingy here with me because we're gonna sell that. I don't need it. I don't need it. And I think maybe we are lucky it is over here. Maybe? It's the same place as Riverbend, perhaps? Then I think it should be just around here. Yes, 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 yes. We're gonna lose a little bit of money on that, but that is not much. I could repair this, and that is what I'm gonna do because I did bought it used, so now that is done. We're up to 559,000. It seems like a lot of money, but it is not. Right here, I've bought myself a little skid steer for the pellets. I think we can have the cedar in the front of this. I also need some seed, I think. Yeah, I do. Okay. So let me just buy some seed, and then I can use the skid steer to load it on the little trailer here. We got fertilizer, we got also some herbicide down at the farm, but do not got a sprayer. Yeah. I can tell you so much, we're gonna make a lot of money on those wood beams, that's for sure. Now, I don't have driving license for this, so maybe I should take my driving license at Dust Bunny's driving school. I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna buy some seed, and then I'm gonna put the weight on the little skid steer here and also the forks, and I will see you in a little second. And there we go. We got beacon on the skid steer just as I wanted. That is pretty good. I don't know if we are able to take 2 pallets here. Yeah, we are. I did bought 3 pallets because that is 3,000 liters and the cedar can hold 1,500 liters, so we can fill it up 2 times. Yeah. This is perfect. We can also use this trailer for selling all the wood beams, so that will be amazing. And the plowing job seems to go okay, I think. Yeah, I'm not the best at this, but I will try all the time. I will try. Will you look at that? Will you look at that? Almost like a pro, eh? I'm gonna drive this back to the farm first of all. It will take me a long time because it is a slow job, so I will see you when we are done. Alrighty then, back on the farm. The little skid steer, it is amazing. I'm looking forward to use this little skid steer, that's for sure. So, oh yeah, we also got the fertilizer and also the herbicide. We need to put that into a shed, I think. Yeah. Right here we can, let me see, take off the cedar, and I think we're just gonna use the trailer as a seed tender. So we're just gonna park it here in the middle. I don't think we're gonna use that much seed, if I'm honest. There we go. And when we have seeded the field, then I think the plowing job is done, so we can collect the money, and then we can move all the pallets we have here on the farm into a shed, and we can sell some wood beams. That will be very, very, very nice. We're gonna attach this, and we're gonna choose grass because we want to see grass. Can I not do that? Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's because it is with some kind of a harrow or something, isn't it? Yeah, I think. Just like that, and we're gonna fill it up. 1500 liters should we have here. Yes, that is awesome. Awesome stuff. Let's turn off the beacons because we don't need the beacons in the field, right? Oh, it is a little bit heavy. I do not got a weight, do I? No. Yeah, what do you think about this size of the grass field? So those two fields here will be our permanent grass fields, because then we got grass for the sheep and also probably for the cows when we have those eventually, but we also need to buy our silver field, and we got 550,000 right now, and then we're gonna sell a lot of wood beams, and that will give us a lot of money, but we're gonna take care of that when time is. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna put on some music behind this again, and I will see you when I am done. So we have seeded the fields and I got a worker rolling the field over there. I leased myself a roller actually. So that is where we are now. I have thought about, I don't think I'm gonna waste, such to say, any money on buying fields right now, because I don't need any more fields as it is right now at least. So maybe we should buy. That is not who I am. But maybe we should buy a forest area and clear the trees and move the sawmill over there. And then we could make a field instead of that, so we could earn a lot of money in the run. That could maybe work, I think. Yeah. I think. I'm not sure. We could also plant some trees, but why do that now? We got some trees we can buy and cut down. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I really don't know actually. Over here we can take off those pallets and then we can try to load up. We cannot have that many wood beams on this little trailer here, but I hope we can have some at least. Yeah, of course that will fall down. Yeah, of course, right. This one here have the same problem as it has in 22. It is loud. It is very, very loud. We're gonna... Yeah, I have to do something here, right? Yeah, I think something like this will work. And we're gonna put this over in this shed here and also the other one. And then we have to move the herbicide there and also the fertilizer we got. And I have also, so I can fertilize my new grass fields, but I just want to roll them first of all, you know. Yeah, he's rolling. I've not collected the contract yet. I have to remember that. Nice. I have to turn on my beacon. Of course I need to do that. So let's see if we can get this as well, so we can get into the fun stuff and load up the wood beams. The only reason why I want to do, you know, some trees is because of that sawmill. We can really make some good money out of that, and in the same run we can also get an area that we can you know, oops, like that, have a field in eventually. Uh-oh, we got too much dancing pallets. So this is 1,000 and we got 2, so that is 2,000. And I think I'm gonna set them this way here, because on that way I think we can have some more. What now? I know it is not the game's fault when pallet work goes wrong. It is because we have the pallets on the wrong way, but it is difficult. It is very difficult. And I have that little mud in the lower right corner so I can see when the pallets are straight, but I keep forgetting to look down there. But now it is in the green 0, so we should be able to just release the pallets. But can I now push those pallets on the trailer? I hope I can do that. Oh, yeah. And we can have 2 more, and maybe we can have some on the top as well. I took this skid steer here with front loader tools attachment, so the fork I have here, it is actually for a front loader. If we someday gonna get a tractor with front loader system, then that could be awesome. We can have 4 more pallets. I just need to push them a little bit more. Don't be so scared, Mike. Just do it. Come on. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Nice. So we should have just what? 40,000 on the trailer when those 2 are on. Yeah, just around 5,000 per pallet, so I just want to see if I can stack all the way over, so we could have maybe 4 pallets more on the top. Will this end good? I don't know, but I have to let you in so you could see this. Oh! The worst part is when I have to release the pellets again, I think. Raise them a little bit. There we go. I think we are good. Are we in reverse? Yes, we are. I did this because this was the last 5 pellets, you know. There we go. And this is the last 2 pallets. Let's see what we're gonna get for this, shall we? Well, we are on the run, and we got a worker that is rolling the last grass field, so there is control on everything. That is pretty darn nice. But I will chip over. I got the feeling, you know, I have really to drive carefully here. But I will try to time-lapse this until we are up there, because I'm gonna drive a little bit carefully. But we managed to do this. That is pretty darn good. It is not here. I can see still 20 meters, so I think we have to drive to... Uh-oh. Where is the unload trigger? Don't tell me. But it is... Can I sell here? We have to check this, guys. There we go. Okay, so where can I sell? Maybe we can use this to build up the mill. I don't know. No. Come on. Uh-oh. I can see the trigger. It's over there. Oh, it's... pay attention all the time. Please come up again. Come on, come on. I don't like this trailer. Come on. But I think we can sell right here. Yeah, we can. I think here's the sell point. No. Oh, 123,000. That is really, really good money. That is good money. Cool, cool, cool. Oh boy. Okay, so now we got that. I could see there was a gas station in there to the left, so I know that because I know the Caterpillar very, very soon needs some... Don't do that truck. Needs some diesel, so that is really, really good. And we still got a lot of tree in the sawmill, so we're gonna have a good amount of money. Maybe we can actually, if we are good, already in episode 4 have the big farm up north. That could be so awesome. I would like to have that. That will be my main farm where we're gonna build with. We're gonna sell all the stuff up there. We're gonna build our own farm up there. I've decided to do that. Amazing stuff. There we go. Yeah, we've done some good stuff today, I think. Yeah, I think we have done some good stuff today. I'm gonna off cam, I'm gonna put all the pallets in the shed here with the new skid steer. So that is done. Maybe we want a bigger flatbed. I was just a little bit frugal when I should buy one because I think they are so expensive. Right here we got some fertilizer. And right here we can turn off the beacons. Amazing. Nice. And we got a little bit of fertilizer in this, but we do have some more fertilizer over here. That is pretty good. Because this is herbicide. We don't need the herbicide. The wool we're gonna get from Granny's Nightmare, we're gonna get from the sheeps, we're gonna put into Granny's Nightmare and make some clothes. So we can have a lot of money out of that. We need a weight for this tractor here, I can see that. So this is a 42 meter spread, so I think we are good. Yeah, look at that. And the bus gonna get some fertilizer as well. Gonna be an even bigger bus. Yeah, this will be good. And I can see the rolling is done. So now the grass fields, they are seeded, they are rolled, and they are fertilized 2 times. Because there was 50% fertilizer on the field when I started, so that is actually pretty darn amazing. And we did got around 65,000 liters of grass out of the first cut when it was mat grass. So I'm gonna looking forward to see the difference. No, I cannot see the difference because this field is much bigger now. Yeah. So I cannot compare that, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the way it is, right? That is fertilized. We're gonna borrow the road, and then we're gonna drive over to this field. It is a little bit smaller, but even though that was too early, Mike, there we go. Don't need to fertilize the yard. There we go. This was episode number 3 on the Zero to Hero. The challenge is still made by Rusty Money Gaming. Thank you for that, Rusty Money Gaming. You are a champ. I have learned so much from Rusty Money Gaming, so shout out to him. I will see you in the next episode on the Zero to Hero, or maybe in one of my other Let's Plays. I have really a lot of Let's Plays at the moment. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care of yourself. Be safe out there in the big world. Bye bye.